Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you are doing well. In the previous two videos, we completed chapter 1. We revised the chapter as well as we solved the previous year questions based on that chapter. Now it's time to move ahead and check out the chapter number 2, that is Python Revision Tour 2. In this video, we are gonna revise the complete chapter. So let's get started. Chapter 2 contains the detailed study of these 4 data types: string, list, tuple as well as dictionary. I know you have already studied these concepts in the class 11th, but I would suggest to go through this chapter thoroughly once again because these concepts are gonna help us throughout the Python programming portion. Out of that 4 data types, first of all let's discuss string. String is a sequence of characters. Here is the important property we should keep in mind, that strings are immutable. Immutable means we cannot change the content of the string in place. Here are some of the operations which we can perform on string. We can create string, we can access the elements of the string, that we do using index. And the third operation which we can perform on string is slicing. Slicing means extracting the portion of the string. We can create string by enclosing the character in double quote, in single quote, or we can use triple single quotes or triple double quotes too. We use index to access the individual elements of the string. To iterate over the string to access all the characters, you can use in membership operator. It will iterate over the characters. If you want to iterate over the string using index, you can use range function along with in operator. To extract a portion from the string, we can use slicing. For that, we need to mention the starting index and the ending index. Both are optional. You can skip it also. In that case, whole string will be considered. Remember, ending index is exclusive. Upper limit doesn't include in it. Along with starting and ending index, you can mention step. Like ending index, step value is also exclusive. You know, string can be accessed in the forward direction as well as in the backward direction. So, slicing also can be done in the forward direction using positive index or in the backward direction using negative index. So, that was all about the different operations that we can perform on the string. Look at the example. We are joining two strings using plus operator. It is a concatenation operator. It combines two strings. There is one more operator star. It is called as replication operator. You can easily understand this with example. We are repeating this dash 30 times. The next operator which we can use with the string is membership operator. It checks the existence of the character in the string. Here we are checking whether this B character is present in the string 1. Along with membership operators, we can use comparison operators also. The comparison of the character is done based on the Unicode value of that character. Now let's proceed to the next topic. Alright, here is the list of the methods and functions which we can apply on the string. It looks very easy, but you should be clear with the use of each and every method. The explanation of each and every method with example is discussed in depth in this video, which is available in the playlist. I would suggest to go through this video and practice it. The second important data type that we are going to discuss is list. List contain values of mixed data type which are separated by comma and it is enclosed in a square bracket. We know string is immutable. We cannot change the content of the string in place. But list is mutable. We can change the content of the list. The operations which we perform on the string can be performed on the list too. First is creation. You know how to create list. You have to enclose the elements in a square bracket which are separated by comma. To access the elements of the list, you can use index, same as string. And the slicing operation is also exactly same as string. Only the difference between string and list is string is immutable and list is mutable. The operators which we are gonna apply on the list will be exactly same as string. When we use concatenation operator, both the operands should be of same data type. It means list can be concatenated with only list. The same rule applies with string and tuple too. Now look at the sum of the functions and the methods associated with list. So these are the sum of the methods and functions. So my suggestion will be same. Please go through it and practice it. Let's summarize some of the methods and functions which we use for list manipulation. The first important operation is appending an item to the list. For this we have two methods. The first is append and the second one is extend. You know how important this topic is. Even you will get the question in which you need to tell the difference between these two methods in the Viva. To append a single item to the list, we use append method, and to append a list of elements to the list, we use extend method. Proceed to the second operation, that is inserting an item to a list. For that we use insert method. You know list is mutable. We can change the content of the list. So to modify or update an element in the list, we can use directly index. Using assignment operator, we directly assign the value at that index. If you need to delete an item from the list, we have three options. The first one is pop, second is remove, and the third one is del statement. Now, what's the difference between these three? First of all, look at the pop method. It deletes an element using its index, whereas remove method removes the item using its value. Now what about del statement? It is used to delete a sublist by using index. When you will go through all the functions and methods of the list, you will get a clear understanding of it. Finally, to sort the elements of the list, we will be using sort function. Proceeding to the next data type, that is tuple. Like list, tuple also contains mixed data type which are separated by comma. Then what's the difference? List is mutable whereas tuple is immutable. We enclose list element in square bracket, but in case of tuple we use round bracket. The operations which will be performing on tuple is same as string and list. We create tuple, we can access the elements of the tuple using index. Even we can do the slicing on the tuple in exactly same manner. To create tuple, we need to enclose the item in the round brackets which are separated by comma. To create empty tuple, we will be writing empty round brackets. To create single element tuple, enclose first element in the bracket and don't forget to write comma. This is how we create the single element tuple. If you will write like this, Python will consider it as a integer, not as a tuple. Other two operations we will be performing in exactly same way. These operators also work exactly in the same way. Now it's time to check out some of the functions and methods associated with tuple. So here is the list of the functions and methods. You know right what you need to do. You will be going through this video for the in-depth explanation of these functions and methods. Even we have discussed all the methods to create tuple and different operations that we perform on the tuple. Tuple packing and unpacking is also covered in this video. So please go through it. Finally, we are at the fourth data type, that is dictionary. This is very important topic of Python programming language. Dictionary contains the elements in the form of key value pair. The keys are immutable, we cannot change it, but the value is mutable in case of dictionary. The operations and the operators which we have discussed for string, tuple and list is not applicable to dictionary. To get a clear understanding of the dictionary, you will be going through this video where we have discussed how to create dictionary, how to access the elements of the dictionary. Separately, how to access keys and values, that also we have discussed. Even the different operations which we can perform on the dictionary is explained in detail with examples. So please go through this video and practice all the functions and methods of the dictionaries. Here are some of the methods and the functions that you will be practicing. Don't feel lazy to practice it. We have sufficient time and we have got a chance to utilize it effectively. We will be using all this data type throughout the Python programming portion. So that was all about Python revision tour 2. Thanks for joining me today. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. Good luck with your studies. Stay tuned for the next video where we will be solving the questions based on chapter 2. Until then, stay confident. I will see you in the next video.